I've been so eager to start riding Samba at the canter, but I have to get her going in a nice little canter first, and not a big wild crazy one. So what we've been doing here, this is like day one. This is just the way I move her around in the round pen. I ask for canter from the trot, and I'm giving her the same cue each time. I point, I flick my whip up behind her, and I say canter with 2 clicks. And she's starting to catch on very well. I'm giving her a treat after each time when she does it correctly. But she does kind of bend in the wrong direction. She's kind of counterbent. She's a little explosive. So on day 2, we're going to try long lines and give her a little bit more guidance. And she keeps offering a trot, so I keep stopping her and saying, no, that's not it. I need to get a real obedient stop first before I start asking her for canter. So when she kind of has a tendency to dribble on every time I stop her. So I'm just using the outside rein to make sure I get a nice clear stop when I tell her. See, she wants to kind of offer me a trot, and that's not what I want. So I'm stopping her each time she trots, and I'm asking for canter. I've got a lot more feel now with the long lines than I did last summer when I tried doing this with Samba. I really had no idea what I was doing, and it's still kind of awkward, frankly, but I feel a lot more confident about using these long lines now that I know what the contact is supposed to feel like on just with regular reins. I'm making her stand and wait and not dribble on, so she's starting to be more obedient here. But as I work with her here, I realize I really don't want to ask her for canter this close up. I mean, she has kicked me in the face before. Last January, I was in her pasture, minding my own business. She galloped by and just drop-kicked me into a snowbank. So when she canters, I don't want to be this close to her. So I kind of go back to the round pen without the long lines. And I'm practicing asking her for canter from a walk. I mean, one kick in the face is enough for a lifetime.
I wouldn't say and canter, because they hear and they can't put the next one together right away. I just say canter.
Just pointing. I'm giving her the same cue. Point, canter, and the whip coming up behind her. And maybe flicking her on her rear end. And she did it. Each time she canters, I give her a treat, and then when she does really well, that's where we end for the day. So we ended it on this occasion. Now she's still a little wild and crazy when she does this. She throws her head, she's counterbent, she's fast.
You did it.
So here I'm trying to get the same thing in the other direction, and she does canter, but she takes some trot steps first.
Yeah.
And Dave says that's because I'm saying and canter instead of just canter. So we're going to try this just with saying the word canter. Now she's not quite getting it. She's going into a trot. So I'm stopping her. This is totally cognitive because I'm not doing any kind of mechanical stop on her. I asked her for canter and she trotted. So I'm just getting myself into position to make her stop. And I say, no, that's not right. Try again. It's amazing how hard they try to get the right answer just to get a couple of little pellets. She's got a nice calm walk going here. I'm gonna say canter. Big crazy canter, but she does it. She really leaps into it here. So that is progress. She cantered from a walk.
Now she gets a treat.
Giving her a big treat here.
That was perfect. Yeah, she did it right off. Canter, she took off.
Now we're going to try again the next day, and I'm back in the long lines. Feeling a little braver today, so I'm going to try asking her for a canter from a walk. And she hears me saying canter. She's throwing her head already. I ask her a couple of times before she actually gives it to me. And I start to get some contact with her with these long lines. And it's starting to make sense to her. Look at this. Now she's bent in the correct direction. Her neck is much steadier, and she keeps going until I ask her to stop. That's perfect. Now watch this. Prairie is going to show how it should be done. He flexes his hocks so beautifully. Watch this. His hocks really come under himself. That was just gorgeous. Now I've been doing some work with Prairie this week, and I've really been emphasizing getting the softness through his neck first before I ask for anything. And he's really coming along. I like this. You know, he's forward and back all the time. But I really like the way he's responding. I'm trying to walk him in move out around his natural circle. He's really stepping under, he's really bending. Very light aids. I don't have to push or pull him at all. He's being very cooperative. And this is in the other direction. I just really like everything he's doing here. But then, as you'll see, I try getting on him. And none of this translates to under saddle. He's so soft and bendy here. But when I get on him, he's back to being stiff again. Staring at things outside the arena. I'm trying to get him to soften. And he's really not giving it to me very much. I'm really asking him to soften. Okay, that's a little soften. I'm asking for more. And now I'm asking him to go. And he's kind of dragging again. He's stuck in cement. His head is back up again. He's not soft and bendy like he was before. Something did not translate here. When I got on him, he thinks this is a totally different game. So anyway, this is what I've been doing with the horses this past week. And still more room for improvement here on Prairie. Not sure what to do about it.